Hey guys, LJ from LJ Games, and welcome to my top 100 list of the best games of the generation. This list is 100 through 76. Kicking off the list is Vanquish. Developed by Platinum Games, this over-the-top third-person shooter combines awesome gunplay mechanics, fun characters, and a cool narrative. As a gamer, you probably feel like you've played just about everything, but if you haven't played Catherine, then no, you have not played everything. Catherine is a very weird game, and there's seriously nothing like it. Half the time it's a puzzle game where you're essentially just trying to get to the top of a tower, and the other half, I don't know, it's a really well done cutscene? I don't know. Either way, it's a great game that you should all experience. Chivalry Medieval Warfare and I met on a good old Saturday afternoon when Steam was having a free weekend. 3 reasons why I love Chivalry Medieval Warfare. A. The graphics are beautiful. B. The swordplay is amazing. It works extremely well. And C. I can behead my enemies even after I killed them. Seriously, that's a mark of a good game. Developer Zombie Studios pretty much failed with Blacklight Tango Down. But still, they persisted and made Blacklight Retribution, a free-to-play online shooter that is so much fun. With awesome weapons, customization, and a whole bunch of cool classes, this game never gets old. With half of the Nintendo fans loving the 3D Mario games and the other half loving the older 2D Mario games, Nintendo had to meet them halfway and make Super Paper Mario, which pretty much combines the two of them. You can change from the 2D to 3D at some times, and it offers some awesome gameplay. It's one of the best Nintendo exclusives you're going to find. Forza Motorsport 4 is about as realistic as you're going to get when it comes to racers, with so many awesome cars and just different perspectives that allow you to either go in the third person or the cockpit view. This offers some awesome gameplay and a sense of immersion that other racing games are lacking. At first glance, Fez might seem like your average puzzle platformer, but if you dig a little deeper, you'll realize that it is an amazing game. You can literally rotate levels so that in a seemingly 2D world, it's actually a 3D world. This offers some awesome gameplay and a game that you're not going to want to miss. At this point, The Unfinished Swan is pretty much the definition of a casual game. It is a whole ton of fun, but makes you think at times, but not to the point that you get frustrated. This is an amazing downloadable game on PSN, and you should go download it right now. I'm not joking. Stop watching this video. What are you doing? Go download it! While RTS is definitely not my genre, I still really enjoyed XCOM Enemy Unknown. It shows that RTSs can still be fun and accessible to just about any gamer. It offers some awesome cutscenes with beautiful graphics, awesome mechanics that you're not going to find in other RTSs, and it brings you back to the old days of the original XCOM games. Some hail Shadow Complex to be the best game on the XBLA. I could probably go along with that most of the time, but to be honest, I didn't have as much fun with it as I did with, say, Braid or Limbo. But that does not mean it's a bad game. It's almost everyone's favorite XBLA game, and it just has a dimension that you haven't seen in other games like this. It's different, it's new, and I don't know, download it. What are you asking me for? Just go download the game. Sure, Uncharted 2 is arguably one of the best games on the PS3, but it's definitely not my number 1. Actually, it's my number 90. Sorry, guys. Still, I had tons of fun with this game, with all the crazy platforming and small doses of puzzle solving here and there, awesome action, fun characters. Uncharted 2 is a game for every PS3 owner. Now, this list is in order of how much I enjoyed the game, so that's just me, because I'm weird. So, if you have a PS3, go buy it. Yes, while in my opinion, Unreal Tournament 2004 is the better game, I still had a lot of fun with Unreal Tournament 3, and Unreal Tournament 2004 does not make the cut on this list. Still, it's an awesome game with fast-paced action. That's something you don't find very often. You go to Call of Duty, no, you're just going to find mediocre action. You do this, and you're going to find some of the most fast-paced action you will ever play. It's an awesome online multiplayer shooter. Just play it. I mean, yeah, play it. While many consider Heavy Rain to just be one big QuickTime event, it's much more than that. It is a PS3 exclusive at its best. Well, not at its best, but still, it's an awesome game. It's got amazing characters, and the fact that you play as 4 different people, it adds big dimension, or adds a lot of dimension to the game. Yeah, Heavy Rain. While first-person platforming isn't something that has really worked in the past, I mean, just take a look at Brink, Mirror's Edge is still an amazing game. The mechanics actually work very well. There's weapons that, add a little bit of shooter to it, but that's not what you're there for. You're there for the awesome platforming, quick reflexes that you need to learn, and, I don't know, even the story is pretty good. There's rumored Mirror's Edge too, so before that comes out, why don't you go play the first one? DayZ hasn't officially gotten its full release yet, but it's still an amazing free mod off of Arma 2. This is zombie survival, MMO, RPG sort of thing like that. Now, it's unique because if you die in the game, you're pretty much done. It's not like instant respawning or anything like that. You have to earn it. Zombies have never felt so realistic, and with the fact that it's open world, you can just go wherever the heck you want, and even kill other humans, because you're a survivor and you can do whatever the heck you want, it makes you feel like you're in a real zombie apocalyptic world with zombies. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Still, DayZ is an amazing game, or mod at the moment, that you should all play. Speaking of zombies, let's talk Dead Rising 2. In this game, you were shoved into a mall for about 24 hours. Well, not in real time, but in the game, you were there for 24 hours, and you need to put together lots of weirdly crafted weapons to kill all the zombies. And this isn't Grand Theft Auto. You don't have to feel bad when you're mowing down zombies with a stroller with chainsaws on the side. That's the kind of thing you can do. Or maybe take a baseball bat and put pliers on the end and, I don't know, go nuts. It's an amazing sandbox-ish kind of game that, I don't know, zombie killing has never felt so good. Let's just put it that way. While it's not as good as its successor, Battlefield 3, Battlefield Bad Company 2 is still an awesome game with beautiful graphics and sound. It's almost like you're watching a movie, in a way, except you're controlling the movie. I guess that's what a video game is, really. But, I don't know. Call of Duty, suck it, alright? Because this Battlefield is my first-person shooter, or realistic first-person shooter of choice. Battlefield Bad Company 2. Amazing game, but if you have the choice, get Battlefield 3. There's a fine line between realistic racers and kart racers, but Blur doesn't really fall into either of those categories. Half the time, there's, realistic raceways and cars and mechanics and stuff like that, but of course, there's a whole bunch of power-ups and stuff that pretty much separates it from being like Forza or Split Second. So, I'm not really sure where to put this. Still, it's a lot of fun, and it's a game that everyone should play. In my opinion, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions is still an awesome game. It's not as good as Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man the movie, but, those are past gen. I can't put those on the list. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, you play as 4 different Spider-Mans. Noir Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, Black Suited Spider-Man, and 2099 Spider-Man. So, yeah, there's a lot of replayability value in here, and it just amounts to one awesome game. The mechanics work very well. I mean, of course, it's Spider-Man. There's almost never a bad Spider-Man game. Sure, Super Smash Bros. Brawl is considered one of the best Nintendo Wii games of all time, but I beg to differ. Unfortunately, I had a lot more fun with games like Mortal Kombat and Injustice. Still, it's not to be missed. It is I have to agree, it is one of the best Nintendo games out there because you play as so many different Smash Brothers, each with their own abilities, and it has endless replayability value. You can play with just about anyone and have fun. It's one of those button mashers that you don't even have to think. Just boom, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, 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 bam, dead. Yeah, that was a little intense. Still, yeah, that's about all you need to know. Fans of id Software's games were a little bit disappointed when Rage was released. I mean, sure, it has just about everything, first-person shooter, RPG mechanics, and even, road rage. That's like a Twisted Metal sort of thing, but still, it's there, and it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. Everyone else prefers games like Quake or Wolfenstein or whatever its previous games were, and I don't know, I never played those ones. Rage is an awesome game, and even though it's a Fallout 3 ripoff, it does so in a way that you almost don't notice it. It's post-apocalyptic awesomeness. Let's just post-apocalyptic awesomeness. That's the new tagline. Yeah, making it hire me or something. Like I said earlier, RTS really isn't my genre, but still, StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty is, I don't know, the reason it's awesome, the reason it got even higher ratings than it probably would have if it had just come out, is because it'd been expected for like 10 years, and it still met everyone's expectations. You will never play an RTS with such awesome mechanics. Or most likely you won't, but I've never played an RTS with such awesome mechanics. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty is amazing, and even if you don't like RTSs, you'll still probably love StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. While Burnout Revenge is arguably the better game, I still much prefer Burnout Paradise over that one. Car combat is, I don't know, hasn't been this much fun since Twisted Metal. You will pretty much just crash into other cars. That's the whole point of the Burnout series. Rather than Forza, where you're just trying to win the race, or in Split Second, where you're trying to blow other people off the track, screw all that. You're just going to hit them. Knock them off the track, flip them over. That's the spirit of Burnout Paradise. Just hit people. I mean, it's all the stuff you can't do in real life, so of course it's awesome. Easily one of the best co-op games of all time, Splinter Cell Conviction puts you in the shoes of Sam Fisher, a guy who just lost his daughter and is pretty much just lost it. Sure, there's a separate co-op section, but the main campaign is a whole lot of fun. I loved it. You're going to love it. Just play the game, for God's sake.
I have a message to those who stand in my way. Pray.
Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Tell him that God's gonna cut you down.
Splinter Cell Conviction.
Some call it just a really detailed expansion pack of Fallout 3, and yeah, I'd probably go along with that. Nevertheless, Fallout New Vegas is still an awesome game and totally worth it. Sure has all the same graphics and, just stuff that you saw in Fallout 3, but it puts them to work in a different way, and it feels almost like a new game. Sure, it's no Fallout 4, that doesn't mean it shouldn't be played.